America is ready for a woman president?
I think America is more ready for a woman president than it has ever been before. I am not the candidate for Black America, although I'm Black and proud. I'm not the candidate for female America, although I'm equally proud of that. I'm the candidate for all Americans.
While other Democratic candidates jet across the state, she travels in a Greyhound bus, accompanied by her supporters and a small band of journalists. The atmosphere is decidedly folksy.
She couldn't raise the kind of money that the guys could raise, but I did a lot of fundraising. Brunches for Shirley Chisholm, fashion shows for Shirley Chisholm.
Shirley Chisholm puts in a 14-hour campaign day. When she's not on a platform, she's canvassing in the streets and the public parks.
I actually was the one who talked to Huey Newton and convinced him that the Black Panther Party should get involved in her campaign, and they did. And then, so we conducted a massive voter registration drive, and so we did it differently.
Shirley Chisholm plays her piano at an Arlington cocktail party. It's being held in her honor by affluent white ladies. They hope she can get enough delegate support to influence the party platform at its July convention.
Mr. Chisholm, how does it feel to be the first black woman in Congress?
Well, it's long overdue, but it's the most wonderful feeling.
I had a course in government, and part of the course requirement was to work in a presidential campaign. And I said, no way, these guys don't reflect the issues and the concerns that I have. But at the same time, I was president of the Black Student Union. I invited Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm to speak.
What is so wrong with an Indian for the head of the Department of Interior, and a woman for the head of HEW? Yes, and a black man for vice president.
She came and she spoke, and she said she was ready for president. And she talked about immigrant rights. She spoke fluent Spanish. She talked about reproductive health care for women. I have a picture of several of us young women with Shirley, and I'm sort of in the background looking over at her in awe. And I felt like, oh my God, this woman, she's taken on this white male-dominated Congress. I ended up organizing the Northern California Shirley Chisholm primary campaign out of my class at Mills College.
Hands reach out for her, as they once did for Bobby Kennedy. And in Quincy, the candidate catches fire. Despite the people's wholehearted response, most of America's black political leaders are withholding their support.
I remember going to the Black Political Convention in Gary, Indiana, and the guys would not allow the endorsement of her to come forward, even though she was the only black person running for the presidency. Some called her crazy. Some said she didn't know what she was doing. I mean, it was very, very tense.
While the Black Caucus bickered to find a consensus male candidate, Mrs. Chisholm outmaneuvered them by declaring herself the champion of America's black people.
George Wallace was the one who turned dogs on black people in Alabama. He was the worst person in the world in terms of racism. And Shirley Chisholm went to visit him in the hospital. Well, some of us went ballistic. I could not understand why she would go visit the segregationist. And she said, he's a human being. He got shot. He's going to be paralyzed. And you never know. Maybe I can help him see his racist nature. But he then became an ally on some issues that Shirley Chisholm was working on in Congress. She was really happy about what she had accomplished. She said, you know, at the end, the country was different. And she said, I hope I've opened the door for people who look like me to see they can do it too. And she paved the way for Jesse Jackson and then Barack Obama.
You've been in politics now for more than 20 years. Don't you ever get tired of fighting an uphill battle?
I hope eventually to be able to just sit back and guide a lot of beautiful young leaders in this country.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view, you know?
2, 3, 4, 5. We live. Welcome to Hoodview Politics. We'll be going to a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
And I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother. And welcome to what is this? Thursday night. We on top of the news podcast.
You know, if you're new here, you don't know what to expect. If you've been here before, you know what we doing. We chasing maggots and coons. Maggots and coons. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to everybody tuning into the HVP podcast for show, where we dive deep into politics from a hood point of view. You know what I'm saying? Me and my man here, we get to I be honest with you, my man. I'm starting to think our motherfucking political analysis is that the word? I already think our shit is really like we said, we ain't the lawyers, we ain't motherfucking whatever the fuck is on TV, right? But at the same time, our analysis is just as good as theirs. You know what I'm saying? You ain't noticed that lately? That the shit that we be breaking down in politics, they actually do the shit. They talk about it on TV the next day or some shit. It'd be like,
yeah, I was looking at it. I was looking at it last night. I was like, damn, I just said that.
Hey, I'll be like that too. Like, hold up.
About Trump. And I'm like, watching us? Like, shit, I said that 2 nights ago. What the fuck? Where y'all been? See, y'all, I think y'all be listening and then be poaching. That's what I think be going on.
It'd be funny as shit though. Yeah. It's like you watch it because I just feel like our political analysis has gotten up to par. You know what I'm saying? That you know,
I always said, politics is really just really common sense. It's just that some people try to make it sound more difficult than it really is to scare people off. That's what a lot of shit is. They make shit just sound real hard. And if you got common sense, you can figure this shit out.
Yeah, we good. I think we know. But at the beginning of this joint, it was Shorty Chisholm. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things she was saying at the time, like she was doing something that she knew in the end she wasn't gonna be president. You know what I'm saying? But her goal was to put a dent in things, you know what I'm saying, for the next person, right? Now, for all the people out there don't know who Shirley Chisholm is, she is the first black woman to run for president, right?
Yep.
And as you heard at the beginning of this podcast, it's a lot of things she was doing, even going to segregationist hospitals that's paralyzed, right? Ain't that some wild shit?
Yeah, I don't want to slap shit out of him.
And then she went in there, and then after that, he was an ally to a lot of shit she wasn't done. Like, to me, that's a smart maneuver. It's something that me and you do. We reach out to MAGAs, right? It's the same shit. Like, we want to engage with MAGAs. Like, he's a racist pig, but he been shot. You know what I'm saying? They was engaging each other in politics, and he got shot, was paralyzed. She went to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Just saying like Biden, when my man got shot in his ear, he called him, right? Mm-hmm. He ain't had to call that pig. He can't stand the pig. But he called him anyway. You gotta give Joe a lot of credit on this. Joe, like I told you, like I ain't never liked him from the beginning, but he grew on me, right? And you gotta give him a lot of credit with this shit he been going through lately, bro. It's like he been doing a lot. He passed off this shit to Shawty, and he ain't want to. You know what I'm saying? Because he did a lot, and he feel like he want to run on his own record and shit. So I get that. And it's just like he passed it on anyway. You gotta give him a lot. It's a lot. He gotta give him credit for, man.
He gonna get Nancy Pelosi ass. She gonna get Nancy Pelosi ass for him. I think Nancy Pelosi gonna get the fuck out before she get got, because she did some funky shit. So she was the main one putting the press on him.
She definitely was the.
Oh, she gonna get him for him. All that shit. She think that act like she running the motherfucking Democratic Party. Oh no, Kamala win this race. She top dog in the motherfucking Democratic Party, and you think she thinks she gonna get away with dogging her mentor out like that. You got to be motherfucking crazy. She gonna fry her ass. She might be tired.
Right here you see Hearst and Walls ticket where you can donate and everything. Last week on the podcast, my first time ever motherfucking donate to any candidate ever in my life. I donated to her Hearst campaign live on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's my first time ever donate to anybody. And I did that live so y'all can see me going full throttle. The Hood View Politics podcast just going knee deep in. We all the way in. You know what I'm saying? Now? You know, Tony?
Yep.
Bro, I don't know if you've been seeing these motherfucking press conferences Trump be doing, but God.
Yeah, I be watching. I just watched he did 2 today. I was watching the second one.
He did 2?
Yeah, he did one for some Jewish people. I just got through watching it. He didn't do nothing, say the same shit he always say. So,
bruh, at some point, right? Like, I don't know what he's doing. It's a strategy for him. What he doing is trying to cut into the vice president, everything she got going on. It's like it's just a flow. Like in the media, everything. She got the crowds, everything. So in his mind is to come out here and do press conferences to stop the shit, right? Do you think that's a good strategy, or do you think it's working?
What have I been saying for the last couple of weeks? The dude ain't look until after the convention. It's all about her. Everything is about her. He got to get attention. He is not getting no attention. He ain't getting the attention that he want. He ain't getting the coverage that he want. His numbers are going down. His supporters are going to her. Republicans are actually going to her. He needs to get out front of some shit. That's why he jumping out there every day talking about, yeah, I'm gonna hold a press conference. I'm gonna hold a press conference here. I'm gonna do a rally here. Then he'll she ain't spoke to the press. She ain't spoke to the press. Just like the fuck she said. I gotta speak to the press. I'm gonna speak to the people. He's speaking to the press, and his numbers going down.
We're gonna get to that press shit too, because that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But after his press conference today, the Harris Walls campaign put out a statement. At his country club, Donald Trump huffed and puffed his opposition to lowering food costs for middle and working class Americans and prescription drug costs for seniors before pivoting back to his usual lies and delusion.
Yep.
No surprise, Trump doesn't want to defend his agenda that will raise costs for families by $3,900 a year, cut Social Security, and eliminate Affordable Care Act. Also, he can give the rich and his donors tax breaks. The American people cannot trust a word Donald Trump says out of his mouth. But they can trust Vice President Kamala Harris, who has spent her life taking on fraudsters, cheaters, and criminals, just like Donald Trump, to make our country safer and lower costs in the middle class. Hey, bruh, that's another thing, bruh. Her campaign is the shit, right? He can't even say nothing. But I disagree with you on one thing, though. He is cutting into the shit she had going on, right? Like she had the vice president pick. She got a convention coming up. She had all this going on. He is blunting some of this by doing all these press conferences because people talk about the silly, wild shit he's saying. So it is something that is cutting into it rather than him just sitting back watching that typhoon go past. He is cutting into it. You can't deny that they talking about the shit he's saying out of his mouth.
He tried, but the problem with that is, yeah, he getting a little bit of attention. He getting some attention with this wild dumb shit he be saying. But as I've been watching the last couple of days, and I was watching this evening, getting caught up. They starting to fact check his ass.
That's cool.
Hold up. ABC broke into today. ABC broke into his little press conference and fact checked it in the middle of it. So now it's working, but what's happening is he getting exposed for the lies he telling, the falsehoods he telling, making up shit. So now he's getting exposed. See, next week he gonna be hard pressed. Starting Monday, he's hard pressed for attention, especially in the evening time, because you got the convention coming up. So they're gonna have to do something real wild and out there to get some attention, especially when you got the lineup that's coming. You got Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden on Monday night. You got Barack Obama on Tuesday night. You got Bill Clinton and Tim Walz on Wednesday night, and then you got Kamala Harris speech on Thursday night. He's not getting no attention. Unless he do or say some wild ass shit. So Beyonce little press conferences out now.
Beyonce gonna be there Thursday night too.
Oh yeah, Beyonce too. She gonna bring Kamala on.
Yeah,
that's just to throw it up in his face. Yeah, you had Hulk Hogan and Kid Rock. Look who I got.
Now a lot of people be like, why Bill Clinton? Why Hillary Clinton? Why Joe Biden? Don't put them on there. What you say to that?
Are you crazy? You got the current president who's popular. You got the first black president who's super popular. You got Bill Clinton who's popular. You got motherfucking Hillary Clinton coming out there who told y'all, who sit there and everything she said right down to the letter is right about voting in Donald Trump. Everything she said it was gonna happen happened. You put these people out there. These are the top level of the Democratic Party. You got to contrast that with what he put out there. He puts out nothing. He put out Kid Rock, Hulk Hogan, Amber Rose, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and all these old crazy motherfuckers out there on his convention. Now you got people coming out there. You got the current president, two former presidents, Secretary of State. I forgot Pete Buttigieg, who's real popular. He's got a primetime speaking spot. Anybody complain about that? Crazy.
But you got to realize what people. Oh no, you don't think that putting Clinton up there, Mrs. Clinton up there, really will bring it back from the past type shit? No, will make Republicans start bringing up past shit. You know what I'm saying?
Look, you put out there, you're gonna put out Hillary Clinton, who she's polarizing, but she was right, and women love her.
I don't know.
All that past shit don't make no difference because it's look.
I don't know. It's tough.
From the convention on, from Thursday night on, it's Kamala Harris's party. This all it is. That's all the convention is. It's a coronation. It is from Thursday night when she accepts the nomination. It's her party.
Do you know what night Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton come on?
Yeah, Hillary Clinton come on Monday. Bill speaks Wednesday.
Bill speaks Wednesday. So I don't know. If you put Hillary and Biden on Monday night, that's not as bad. You know what I'm saying? Get it out the way. But those last two nights, it has to be future part, like Ben Shapiro and motherfucking Wesley Moore and all those people. It have to be all those people. Like the last two nights got to be fresh, new people. You cannot bring out Clintons. You cannot bring out Gores. Where the fuck is Gore?
He'll be there somewhere. He'll probably do a video or something, or he'll come and speak on climate change.
You can't do that. You can't bring up Hillary. Now it's tough because Hillary Clinton was the last woman to come so close to being the president. So you you kind of have to put her on there. You know what I'm saying? So, but putting her on there Monday is a good thing. Just get those people out the way. You get Biden out the way. You get Hillary out the way. That's out the way. You know what I'm saying? And then you can bring out fresh young people that most Americans don't know about as the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should go. And then pivot that into the fresh new Democrat that's running for president.
You'll get that. That's how you got Obama. You gonna have the establishment of the party. They're gonna speak. The establishment of the party is gonna coordinate, and they're gonna put the crown on the head of Kamala Harris, if you will. But you're gonna get Buttigieg is gonna speak. You best believe Shapiro probably is gonna speak. Let me see who else is out there. Westmore, he'll probably get a spot. All of them ain't gonna get primed, but
what I'm saying is those people gotta lead up to her, not motherfucking Clintons. You can't do it.
Yeah, but see the Clinton and them, you're not gonna bump Hillary or Bill or Barack Obama to give one of them a primetime speaking spot. They get prime time. They gonna get spots, but they ain't gonna get that motherfucking they ain't gonna get that 9-10 o'clock hour. One of them may, but all of them ain't gonna get that 9-10 o'clock hour. They gonna get prime speaking spots, but they're gonna be in that 8 to 9, and maybe a little bit after 9. But the big boys speak at that 9 or 10 when everybody watching. So that's when
State, graduated.
That's
in
when
2 years.
That's when your Hillarys get out there, and then then the next night Obama he gives her his blessing, basically. Yeah. Then the next night Bill Clinton, people still love Bill Clinton. So each night on a for real, you getting a different coalition that the head of that coalition says she's it, vote for her, she the one.
And on Twitter, Kamala Harris got a Twitter account that's a rapid response. She even have a motherfucking True Social account on this bitch ass nigga joint, always tagging him on that joint.
Yep.
That's why I say this motherfucking campaign is more aggressive than any campaign I ever seen in my life for Democrats. Put it like that. It's so aggressive, and it's not aggressive in a mean way. It's just real aggressive on a lot of topics. Like everything you say out your mouth is something that like we just read. It's a statement. You know what I'm saying? You even got the rapid motherfucking Twitter account that everything you say. Like now, we're gonna play where he went into talking about, he probably talking about the economy, but he obsessed with the motherfucking her on the Time magazine for some odd reason.
She actually called me weird. He's weird. It was just a soundbite. And she called JD and I weird. He's not weird. He was a great student at Yale. He went to Ohio State, graduated in 2 years at the top of his class, and all of these different things. And we have this guy that's running a very failed state, who's had a terrible career. I mean, you have him saying they're weird. No, he's a weird guy. And she's weird in her policy. She actually called me weird. He's weird. It was just a soundbite. And she called JD and I.
And that's him responding to the campaign calling him weird.
Yeah, he ain't feeling that. He don't like that. What? You shouldn't be a weirdo.
Hey, man. But JD though, shit,
being called weird is shit. It's better than he ought to take that and like that better than what Joe Biden called him today. So shit. Joe Biden called him Donald Dump. So basically stood up and called him some shit. Or a piece of shit. That's basically what he did. He called him a piece of shit at a rally. So
yeah, he did. So everybody's seen. Well, after motherfucking that interview he did with Elon Musk, right?
Oh, that was terrible.
He put out this video right here, this AI generated. I want y'all to see it real quick.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my.
Can't put that music on it though. You see that shit, John?
Mm-hmm. It's another one too. He trying to slide up in the TikTok audience. I don't know what. Motherfucker, that ain't even him. That ain't even his style. I don't know what the fuck he doing.
That joint tight though. Cause look at this joint though. It just look like it literally when you first see it, you know it's those two people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you looking like, what the fuck? They extra though, yeah. It's basically two motherfucking white dudes probably be on YouTube or Twitter or some shit. And they put their heads on their ass. I fuck with this joint though.
Oh, see that shit. This it's see. They already made Trump and his running mate into a joke. They jokes are real, and that don't make them look no. That's just make them look more foolish, dude. You want to retweet that? You just having these wild ass press conferences, these wild ass rallies. You saying you're doing these dumbass interviews. You saying all kind of wild shit, wild racist shit. Then you want to come back and one day you doing that weirdo dance with that little influencer guy, and now you want to try to invade TikTok.
It's funny. Because Elon Musk put the same video on his shit too.
Mm-hmm.
They tripping, bro. My thing is he owned Twitter. Twitter is his. And he the CEO of Twitter, which is a app for everybody in general to be involved with. He gives one presidential candidate 2 hours. And don't even mention the other one for any minute. That shows his bias automatic. Like a 2 hour motherfucking interview, but don't ask motherfucking don't even ask the vice president for 2 hours. Like I expect her to say hell no, but at least ask her. That means you just giving somebody 2 hours. It's a presidential campaign going on. You can't just use your platform to put the president running for, the nominee running for president from the Republican Party just on your platform. This is a thing everybody got had an equal amount of time. You didn't even call the vice president and say, do you want to come on there? I expect her to say, fuck no, but you ain't do it.
Well, he said he wasn't gonna have her on there. He already said he wasn't gonna have her on there. So that turns out to end up being a donation to his campaign.
Exactly.
That's a donation to his campaign. And if it's more than what the limit is, I guess the value of it, they got problems. They got problems with the FEC. So, hey,
man, he didn't have problems since he been alive almost. Plus, that motherfucking that joint when he went on live stream broke all rules and laws. When he went on there with Younger and his motherfucking, he get the motherfucking TV. I mean, the motherfucking car to main man, and then he give him some other shit. Turn out he had to get all that shit back. In fact, he had to get on motherfucking YouTube and explain to everybody that he gave some shit to his father and some other shit to motherfucking Trump's son. Like what? A whole live screen. And you're gonna sit here and say, "Oh no, forget everything y'all saw," because I gave this to Barron Trump, and my father riding around in the car that was leased. Like, fuck is that? It's like everything he do is a motherfucking clown show.
Cause he grasping at straws. He don't know what to do. She came out the woodwork, kicking his ass, and he trying anything to see what sticks. And he throwing all this shit against the wall, ain't nothing sticking. And he keep on losing in polls. He keep on, supporters is dropping out, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse after that debate. He better do. He better win that debate, and he better do real good at that debate. Because if she tears ass up at that debate, it is over.
Another thing I like is the media, right? It's like they always trying to tell him what to do. It's like they always saying, "Well, you're supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be doing this." That's why he had a press conference today where he tried to read off the paper. Tried to for the most of the time, because he's sitting in the living room and watch CNN, watch MSNBC, watch Fox, and listen to what they tell him to do. They his strategists. Everybody on TV is his strategists. They know it. So they come on that joint and say, "Do this, Mr. President. Do this. Do that. Do that. Stay on message. Do this. Stay that. Don't talk about that." It's like everybody is being your campaign manager on TV. And he sit back and take all that in and do it. And if he do what an anchor man say do, then the anchor person is gonna push him and say, "Oh, he doing good now. This is great," and all that shit. He'll get good press after that. You know what I'm saying?
If you do that, he dumb. If he doing that, he dumb. I think this is what I think, and I agree. I agree with somebody that said this on one of the shows the other night. You got a 78-year-old man. He's 78 years old, and he used to doing things one way. That's his way. Whatever way he think is best, that's the way he going to do it. And if he think that insulting people, being racist and firing people and saying all kind of dumb shit is the way to go, that's the way he's going. He not gonna listen to nobody. Ain't nobody gonna tell that dude what to do. That dude, look, he was one. If he may be still a billionaire, but he was one time a billionaire, might still be. He ain't listening to nobody. Ain't nobody gonna tell him what to do. He gonna do what he think won him the race in 2016.
Now he changed up his campaign. He put in motherfucking Kellyanne Conway and who's the other boo fool?
I ain't hear he brought back Conway, but I heard he brought back I know he brought back
Corey Lewandowski, whatever the fuck his name is. He's a piece of shit. Huh?
That's not gonna help him either, because that makes his woman problem even worse. Vance is already killing him with women, and Lewandowski ain't no better.
But at this point, they just did it just to motherfucking get as many white motherfuckers as possible to vote for them, just out of the woods, wherever they get them from. They just gonna get them and try to suppress all the votes that Camilla can have, like her Hispanic votes or her black votes. Just suppress them. That's all they want to do. He don't want no black votes. He don't give a fuck about you.
At this point, the race still close, but everything is going in her direction.
True.
They trying. He bringing on people right now to bring back Lewandowski. To talk about bringing back Kellyanne Conway. He trying to save his campaign, and he know it. He going under. That ship is sinking, and he know it. And at some point, it ain't gonna be about winning. It's going to be about avoiding a blowout. because I think that turnout. I don't think Republican turnout gonna be like they hoping it to be. But if Democrat turnout, especially young voters, black voters, and she is whooping his ass in Hispanic voters now, it's gonna be a blowout. She gonna get well over 300 electoral college votes, and she might and she gonna whoop his ass. Well, he never won a popular vote anyway, so that
when people say the blue wall and stuff like that, people gotta understand is they just saying there's certain spots that Democrats should automatically win, right? And if they win those certain spots, it gives them a better chance to get to 270. If they lose those certain spots, it makes it hard, right? So most of the blue wall, like Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, all up in there, you know what I'm saying? It's like if she just lose one of those, it makes it hard. But ever since Biden has jumped out, she has rearranged the polls to the point where she is leading in all these certain states, and she making it a fight like in North Carolina and Florida. You know what I'm saying? It's making it hard for, like, at first it was a motherfucking battle for Biden just to keep the blue wall. He couldn't expand past the blue wall. He was struggling just to keep that. Now she is opening it up to where she has the blue wall sealed, and now she's reaching out to other places like North Carolina. And in the last polls they had, she making it close in Florida, where the man live at, bro. What do you think about that? And I don't think that's even a surprise, because y'all remember 2000, motherfucking the hanging chads.
See, let me explain how this gonna work. How this works. That's where the money came in. That's what the money for. All that money that's coming in, that she getting in, enables her. It ain't that she's fighting for them red states. She's making him fight to keep them red states. Because if she peels off anything, he's done. So he's fighting to keep what he got. North Carolina is red. Florida is red. Georgia is red. So she's making him fight for all.
Yeah.
So if he got to spend money which he don't have, because a portion of everything that he takes in goes to his legal defense. So he don't have the money like that to fight her, or he didn't even have money like that to fight Biden for real. But he don't have the money like that to go toe to toe with her. She just put out a $90 million ad blitz, and money is still coming in.
Yeah, because I'm gonna keep giving you something.
Look, when
we
it
gonna
counts,
keep giving you money for sure.
Look, it's two big events, two big advertising events that's about to come up, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna go Vince McMahon on you. I guarantee you that she gonna blow his ass away, because eyes are going to be on two things that's coming up: football season and the beginning of the primetime schedule, which happens in September, when all the new shows and all the shows are coming back with what's that, premiere week. Those two weeks right there, premiere week, and really the whole football season, because every Sunday is a lot of eyes on the NFL. You're going to see all kinds. She gonna blow his ass out, because she has more money than him, and every time they go to a commercial, you're going to see a Kamala Harris ad. You're going to see her and Tim Walz. You're going to see some of the down ballot shit. You're going to see and we ain't even getting into the super PACs yet, because you're going to see all these ads from the super PACs. Just like you're going to see the UAW ads. You're going to see so much shit, because Democrats already getting nervous about him. You know, they just had a call this evening. I was just checking this shit out a little while ago. They just had a bunch of Democrats on the call. They concerned that Trump is a drag on the down ballot candidates. Same thing they said about Biden. He's dragging the down ballot candidates. We might lose a house in the Senate. They're talking about the same shit. Trump's a drag on the ticket. So they can fuck around and lose the house and Democrats can have a bigger majority in the Senate. That's happening. It's over.
Now, a lot of things I like about this campaign, right? I pointed out, but one true thing is Kamala Harris has a motherfucking YouTube channel, right? This is the funny thing about this too, is they keep screaming, she ain't done nothing, she don't do nothing, where's she at, and all this shit, right? If you actually go on her YouTube channel, she been all over the place for the last 3 years. Literally on all types of YouTube channels, kids YouTube channels, motherfucking Hudson, talk show, all types of talk shows. And on top of that, she even had her own cook show where she had celebrities coming on YouTube in her house on a YouTube Zoom joint during the pandemic, where she had celebrities coming in cooking with her, telling her how to do certain ingredients and stuff like that. Something that I don't even think Republicans even noticed she was doing. You know what I'm saying? And then this campaign right here is going to solidify something she always been doing. She always been on the internet, literally, with a cooking show, all types of shit she do. She be on so many people platform. She was even on a barbershop talk before, a real one. You know what I'm saying? Well, you had motherfucking my man on that joint. Damn, the big butts. Damn, big butts. And not him. Shit. Luke. He had her in the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? With 5 black men. That was a real barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? And that's on her YouTube channel. But it's something I wanted to show y'all that was on her YouTube channel, right? Just part of this campaign that I love is she just sat down and talked to her vice president candidate, right? On her YouTube channel. And I want y'all to listen to how this just went.
Time in America. We're a touchdown down. And I kind of like the idea of being a little bit behind.
Well, I'm looking at Coach Walls right now. I'm looking at Coach Walls.
Like I have white guy tacos and
What is
like
that?
black,
Like mayonnaise and tuna? What are you doing?
pretty much ground beef and cheese.
That's
and,
okay. Do you put any flavor in it?
No.
Oh.
Here's the deal. No, they said to be careful and let her know this, that black pepper is the top of the spice level in Minnesota, you know.
I'm the first vice president, I believe, who has ever grown chili peppers.
I'm trying to expand my food knowledge.
You know, we've got some cantaloupes. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
cantaloupes, what? I didn't know that. But one thing about that joint right there is, one, she like hot shit. I really think she should go on. I don't know if you know about this show, Hot Ones. You ever heard that?
Nah.
You never heard of Hot Ones?
I don't think so.
You need to watch that joint where this dude, he's just a normal talk show host, right? But the people he interviewing is eating real hot wings, right? While they talking. You gotta see that joint, bro. Because he got the levels of hot sauce that goes all the way up to the shit that we was eating, that chip. Remember the hot chip?
911.
Yeah, his shit is all the way up to that. And then he got his special sauce where they sitting there eating and talking and shit, right? I really think she should go on that joint because she always eating a lot of motherfucking hot shit. It's like it's something she just always do. And then if you watch her motherfucking her cooking shows that she was having during the pandemic, she was always talking about putting peppers and shit and bacon and shit.
Of course, she's half Jamaican. Jamaican
went to voicemail.
Hi, this is Jim. I'm not able to answer.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, Hey, Tim, it's Kamala. I really want to talk to you.
It is an amazing privilege for me. Also, I'm excited. I just want to be part of the excitement that you're generating.
Well, we're
So
doing it together, buddy.
fun.
We're doing it together. How have these last couple of days been for you?
I can see where the energy comes. America is a hopeful country.
Indeed.
People are excited.
In every one of those groups of thousands, sometimes over 10,000 people, you've seen exactly who we are as America.
Yeah.
People from rural areas, urban areas, of every stripe and size and background. This is who we are as America, and we're
Yeah.
all in it together.
Yeah.
And in this campaign, the only way we win is to keep the pedal to the metal for these next many, many days that we have. So, Tim, what's your relationship to music?
Yeah. For me, the transformational piece of music was Bruce Springsteen's The River,
Okay.
which is a journey. You know all the tracks,
Yeah.
and I'm that guy. My first car, it's summer 1980, been saving up. I buy a 1973 orange Chevy Camaro, got an 8-track player in it.
Oh, wow.
Previous owner left Bob Seger's Night Moves in there.
Said an 8-track.
I listened to it, and it's kind of the soundtrack of my life of Detroit's own Bob Seger.
My first time seeing a 8-track, right? My father had a whole rack of them joints. Was Marvin Gaye joint 8-track where he had a motherfucking he had a cape on like a Superman and he was flying over the ghetto. That joint was tight as shit though. That was one of my favorite motherfucking covers. I can remember that shit to this day, but it was an 8-track. You know what I'm saying? It's like I couldn't use it at the time and shit, but it was just something that's laying around the house and shit. But it was Marvin Gaye in the motherfucking cape. He was flying over the ghetto.
Seger, but what's really great about this is I have a 79 International as my car. It's got an 8-track player in it. I have the very 8-track to this day.
You're kidding
No,
me.
man, no, but how about you?
I grew up, so all these albums here, I mean, Aretha, my mother had every Aretha album, and like our Christmas gift to my mother, her birthday gift was always like, what's the latest Aretha Franklin record?
So it's on vinyl in your house as a
All of it. All that and Stevie. And then Miles, and my dad loved jazz, and so it was Miles, it was Coltrane. One of my personal favorite musicians for when I was younger was Prince. And of course from your estate.
Yeah.
And he, in fact, I'll tell you, so my husband Doug and I'm more of
Let's talk about that for a minute. Again. Like, did they ever ask Obama, his one of his favorite artists growing up? Did they ever ask him that? What was his answer? Huh? You muted. You muted.
Yeah, they asked.
What did he say?
Stevie Wonder.
Okay. Now, what I like is they sitting there having a normal conversation, right? Bruce Springsteen for Main Man, we get that. But the Prince is just like, it's just obvious. What was she like at that time? You know what I'm saying?
Michael Jackson.
Prince was the shit. Either her or Janet Jackson. Him or Janet Jackson. You gonna eat one of those. You know what I'm saying? But Prince was the shit.
Is she 59?
Yeah, Prince was the shit. I mean, the shit at the time.
Of course, it would have been. I would have thought it would have been more Mike, but she probably was a Prince lover.
Yeah, everybody fucking Prince. Prince. He was odd to us. It was like he was cool as shit, but is he cool? But is he not? But he got the bad bitches, so hey, you know what I'm saying? It was like, like what the fuck he got on? But hey, that bitch bad as shit, guys. So hey, I don't know what to call him. You know what I'm saying? But one thing, that motherfucker, he was bad as shit when it came to motherfucking music, nigga. Him and Michael Jackson was like the motherfucking craziest talented motherfuckers ever with music, bro. Crazy shit.
a hip hop girl.
Yeah.
He's more of
Yeah.
Depeche Mode.
Oh yeah, about the same
but
time.
yeah, I'm sure you
no,
and
no,
he
of
like the same
course,
music.
of course. So.
But Prince, in the Venn diagram of things,
And Trump, you say you haven't heard her laugh in a while. Here it is a couple times for you.
Prince, he and I love the same because I mean,
Yeah.
talk about how Prince was with that guitar, man. I almost know by heart every one of those songs.
I feel like a trip to Paisley Park is going to happen here. If
And Prince was nice with that guitar.
the
it's,
staff
it's on my bucket list. I'll tell you
good.
that. Tell me about your dad and his influence on you.
Yeah.
He served our country. You have served for our country for so many years.
Yeah.
Bro, I really like this, young. It's different too. Like I don't know who done this. Any people running for somebody done this before?
Man, Obama did. How you think you got Obama's playlist? How you got Obama did stuff like that? He did the stuff like his summer reading, his things, his book list.
Biden sat down on YouTube.
He did like he did the NCAA. He might not have did. Did they? I don't know if they did it on. I know they did shit together, but I don't know if they did YouTube shit together. It's probably on YouTube, but I don't know if they did it especially for YouTube. But I know they did shit together in the beginning.
But I like this. When you sit down across from your motherfucking vice president, y'all just having conversation. It's just literally just a conversation, bruh. It's not even policy being talked about. You know what I'm saying? It's just a straight conversation. That's why I said I never seen this before. Biden and Biden, I don't remember nothing like this. It's like straight just talking. Like we ain't talking about policy. How your father doing? How he influence you, right? What's your favorite music? Like none of that is policy.
Happened.
Yeah, it's a team, and I had great coaches with me, and we were friends, and we buckled down. And look, I was a fairly big school, but nobody wanted to play because they hadn't won. And this group of coaches said, first and foremost, we gotta build the team. We got to go out and find people. So we invited them in. And I'll be honest, the first year we did not score a touchdown until the last game of the year. We got shut out in every game. My high score until the final game was my defensive tackle because we got a safety in one game. 2 years later, those kids won a state championship. That school has won several more since then. After we left. You build culture. You build winning. Right. People want to be a part of it. And that's the excitement. That's the excitement of what it can be.
That's how I feel about our campaign.
Yeah.
Our campaign is the underdog campaign.
Oh, yeah.
And with our joy, we also have to understand that we're still up against some forces.
Yes.
That are trying to divide our country. It pains me the kind of division and the stoking of divisions that has taken place,
Yes.
right? And
Let me ask you this. If it wasn't Trump, right? If it was just another Republican, well, I don't even think Biden would have dropped out. Let's just say Biden would have still dropped out. Will you think the numbers would have been just the same way with Camilla, just like this, was just, let's say, just a normal Republican that don't do the extra shit?
What you mean? The poll numbers?
The regular motherfucking Republican, right? That, let's say Romney was running right now. It's not on Trump that's going to be doing something extra. And you just going head to head on what policies and shit. Will you think it'd still be tough for her?
Romney.
What I'm saying is just not Romney himself. It's just just a Republican without the extra shit.
I think it.
Like he's not gonna get up there saying all the extra shit Trump say. Just a straight Republican. You think this would be tough? I don't know. I don't know. What you think?
Her running against a regular old. It depends on who it is. Because ain't nobody. Look, if the Republican Party had somebody, Donald Trump wouldn't be running. Because if they had somebody decent, they'd have ran somebody decent against Trump. So I don't know. Could it be Nikki Haley? If it's her and Nikki Haley?
Hell no.
No.
But what I'm saying is just a no. Yeah, Nikki Haley, just a normal Republican that won't give you the extra shit to all the Republicans get mad at. So they'll still be in the camp of Republicans. They wouldn't lead the camp. You feel me? The numbers wouldn't look like this. Just the fact that person wouldn't be just as crazy as him. It's hard for them to support a racist you know what I'm saying? It's hard to do all that. Mm-hmm. So you won't have all those Republicans doing all that. They just gonna support Nikki Haley or regular Republican.
It'll be different. Yeah, it would be different in the fact that you got a right now. You got a whole lot of Republicans defecting, and you got a whole lot more that's going to defect.
Like that, yeah.
Say that you got a whole lot that's going to not vote for him, or maybe even vote for her, that ain't even never going to say it. So
exactly, that's what I mean. Like
somebody else, it probably would be different.
It'd be tight as fuck. You might be losing because she mainly losing because some of the stuff he doing is making people go to her. Like if it was just a normal Republican just spitting out normal motherfucking policies, I don't think it'd be this tough. I mean, it'd be so tougher because it's
we're about to make my grandma
where the choice is easier to see. Like normal Republicans make it so mushy, they can be like, "Oh yeah, I'm for the tax cut for the middle class." When you know they ain't, they're gonna have a huge tax cut. You know what I'm saying? So it's just harder. It's easier for them to hide the shit that Trump is doing. Like the Project 2025 would slide past our ass if it was Romney or somebody, because nobody be so scared, and they wouldn't have took Biden out. You feel me now?
And see, if it was anybody else, if it was anybody else, Project, you would have never knew about Project 2025.
They would have flipped that shit in behind our ass.
They would have never let it out. See,
now you see what I'm saying? And man, we'd have been fucked up if there would been a normal Republican, bro.
People, but
they would snuck all this shit in there and fucked us up completely.
Yeah, see, the people behind Trump, and it was Trump people that behind Project 2025.
Yeah.
So they just so ignorant and bold. They just think MAGA can win a Republican primary by themselves. MAGA cannot win a general by themselves. There's no way in hell you don't have enough MAGA to just totally win a fucking general election. It's not going to happen. But they seem to think it's enough.
Exactly.
There's enough lower Republicans that they can get by. No, because even with lower Republicans and MAGA, you still need them people down the middle. You still need independence. And if you can't, and you're not going to get independence, you keep insulting that woman. You keep talking about her race. You keep going to.
I mean, a normal Republican wouldn't do all that right there.
Republican would
do
do
all
all
that. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but a normal Republican wouldn't get behind no shit like that anyway, because the people behind Trump is a different set of people in the is straight MAGA. Those people is not behind probably a Romney, and some of the older people that we know in the Republican Party. Because you know them MAGA motherfuckers don't like Romney, because Romney don't like Trump and Romney. So I don't see a motherfucker bringing somebody like Mitt Romney. I will give him that much. I don't see a motherfucker bringing him a 900-page book like Project 2025 and he say we'll go for it.
No. What I'm saying is a normal Republican, even if that was their agenda.
Yeah.
Let's say they would gave him their agenda and he would agree with it.
Yeah,
they would have that behind.
Go ahead. Yeah, you would have never heard about it.
But my point is that would have been their agenda. It would have went past. They would have beat. It just been so close of a race. No one would have known about Project 2025 or nothing, right? This person would have been running with all that going on, knowing he about to ban abortions and everything, and still have been so close. Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm with you. A normal person running that would have been running
crazy.
Even if their agenda was, I'm gonna get in and we're gonna unleash Project 2025 or the shit that's in Project 2025. You wouldn't have knew, because they wouldn't have let it.
This shit would have happened to us right under our nose, like we would have never known.
No, it would have happened on January. It would have happened on January 21st. It would have came out and they would have said, "This is our." When the first time he said, "This is our plan for the first 100 days." Bam, Project 2025. And you'd be like, God damn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point. Yeah.
That's what a
They would've
normal
got away with that shit.
is.
They definitely would have got away with that shit.
But
Before you got here though, let me let you hit. Like she did a lot of shit before while we was in COVID. So we're gonna tap into some of her joints.
Wait a minute. So your grandmother has the recipe that would
Yes.
involve a whole dozen eggs. So this is for how many cookies?
Like 100.
Literally, right?
Literally like 100. Like this one that we're gonna make today makes about 30.
Okay.
And this is a fourth of the recipe.
It's a whole situation. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, we're gonna start with the eggs.
Okay.
So do you want to crack one?
Yeah. Okay.
You can do it one-handed.
Yeah.
You're a pro.
Yeah, come
You can
on
just
now.
put them right back.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey Trump, you see the laugh is killing you, ain't it?
This takes a whole stick of butter, which seems like a lot.
Yeah, no, it just makes it yummy.
And then we have our sugar. Okay, and then we can mix a little bit here. Do you want to mix? Sure. Okay.
Okay. This is the beginning of any good.
Before she said, I don't know what she want to say, but that right there is the highlight of the kids in the black neighborhoods in the projects. When mama finished stirring up that motherfucking cake mix. Mommy, first you want to hit the motherfucking the joints first. You want to lick those joints. Then you need the bowl. You know what I'm saying? That's just some inside ghetto shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody can understand that one. Yeah, nah.
Good cookie recipe. I always, when I was a kid, I would just like dip a spoon in.
Yeah. Oh, this part?
I mean, it is just so yummy. I mean, what, butter and sugar? What could be better in the world?
Yeah. Yeah. I've never tried this though, as it is.
It just, I don't recommend it. I mean, I do recommend it, but it's probably not healthy, but it's just really delicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then,
so you don't do flour?
We don't do flour. They're like
Interesting.
This is like its substitute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you're stronger than I am.
Let me see.
So then we're gonna do a tablespoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 tablespoon?
Yep.
Okay.
Now we can mix it again.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add in the fun stuff.
I have never had one of these cookies. I am so excited. Like the spatula was meant to do exactly, and then at the end just to eat. It's like just, yeah.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a minute. Like, even if you don't like Democrats or whatever the fuck, right? Just this person standing here with this lady right here cooking cookies. You cannot hate this person, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, Tony?
That's how you humanize. You put stuff out there to humanize you, to make her to show that she is just like everybody else. She ain't no different from you. You know what I'm saying? I do the same things you do. So
it's just no, I'm talking about in general. Just listen to her talk, just in general, right? Her personality and everything. It's just like
normal person.
That's just and you can think of that person being the president. It's just that's crazy.
I don't want to suffer the consequences of our future president not liking my Indian food.
She's a normal person. I come from where you came from. I've been where you've been, and I feel what you feel. You know what I'm saying? So she ain't, she ain't uppity. She ain't looking her nose down to nobody. Though she worked hard to get where she was, but she ain't forget where she came from. So that appealed to a lot of people. And when you got a motherfucker, look, when you contrast that with a crazy motherfucker that's giving a 90-minute press conference or speech in front of a multi-million dollar house and resort and golf course, normal regular folks that shit don't appeal to regular ass people. You gonna talk about doing shit for poor people standing in front of your multi-million dollar house. You ain't out there with the people. That's the problem with the fucking Republicans.
Man been in the house for the last month,
right?
Just doing interviews in the living room, in the backyard, and shit.
You got her and her running mate and her surrogates is running around the country talking about lowering food prices, lowering
healthcare
and drug prices. They're talking about building affordable housing. They're talking about doing all of these things. And this motherfucker is sitting back in his mansion and on his fucking country club golf course or whatever the fuck he at, and he's playing golf. They said this how stupid they are.
He just keep doing interviews in his living room. Like, so what the fuck is nobody care about that, bruh?
Look,
literally in his living room.
Me and you disagree on whether he's a good campaigner or not. I don't think he's a good
This,
campaigner.
he's never done this before. Where he just sat down for a minute.
I just think he's.
I
think he's a good showman. I think he's a good showman. I'll give him that. He can put on a show.
Now he never sat down for a month before. This is different.
But his campaign is some shit. This whole campaign, and him included, the way they're running this campaign is some shit.
Now before Biden dropped out, it wasn't ran like no shit. They was beating his ass, and that message was perfect. It was beating him in the ground. And all they need was him to go in that debate and
he wasn't beating him in the ground. It's just he had
shit out of him.
He had a bad night in the
videos and him out that joint. All that shit works.
And his party turned on him. But nevertheless, right now this campaign is some shit. And
do they
this
tell
is some controversial right here.
He
where
got to get it back on track some kind of way. If he gonna have a chance, because look, in about 3, I ain't even gonna say in 3 weeks, in what's tomorrow? It's about Friday. In 3 days, all of you going to hear is they are going to put screws to this dude for a week at this convention. They're going to pump her up and they're going to tear his ass down for a week. And then afterwards, all they're going to do, all of the circuits are going to spread out over the country. Then you're going to see her doing interviews. She's going to be on NBC. She's going to be on ABC. She's going to be on CNN. She's going to be everywhere. She's going to be in the Sunday morning talk shows. They're not stupid. You can see what's coming. And they are going to light his ass up. And you're going to hear about all the policies, all the policy differences. And they're going to be like, where Trump policies at? He ain't got none. And starting Monday, they gonna tear him a new one.
This is her controversial joint when she said she was, well, the girl on here kept on saying you Indian. That's what Trump and them kept holding on to.
Please. Okay, because the Indian in me, I feel like my parents,
Just
my
don't
dad
call
will
me-
watch this.
Just don't call me auntie.
Okay, I won't call you auntie. They'll be like, how could you call her by her first name? She's worked so hard. Okay, so what we're going to cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
Yes.
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
There's a key point to there. What she said, you look like the one entire half of my family. Not all of it, just the other half. You know,
they got a call.
I've been telling people.
Huh?
You got 30,000 Jewish women, and Barbara Streisand. Oh man, they go right. They got Barbara Streisand out there. That's they queen.
We're related already,
Yeah.
so this is perfect. It's basically true. And so, were you raised eating South Indian food?
South Indian food, lots of rice and yogurt, potato curry, dal, lots of dal, idli.
Yes, Italy. That's a deep cut. Okay, so what we're cooking today is two things. One of the South Indian staples is dosa, which is kind of like a sourdough crepe. And then we're going to make a potato curry, which is the traditional accompaniment. So I printed out.
Let me ask you.
So
where did
we're
you get
doing
this
it the
recipe?
old-fashioned way.
Do you get the impression that she supposed to be Indian on here, or what?
I get the impression that the other lady, she's Indian. She's proud of her Indian heritage, and she's trying to get her to.
From all the stories I've heard about,
Trying to get her to see she Indian.
Yeah, get her to talk about her Indian heritage even more so. I mean, they make a big deal out of like she denying her blackness. She never did no shit like that. And if she have Indian, she should. Hey,
But she made it clear that you look like half of my family, which means the part that she always stressed that she is black. That's the bottom line of the whole thing. Now, we remember that me and Tony had a motherfucking podcast about some food. What's his name? Rocky. Yeah, the barbershop joint.
That dumbass.
And something I found on Camilla Harris' YouTube channel is she already done one of these 3 years ago with Luke. Y'all know who that is, the first Luca man to play with them big butts in the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But Luke, everybody know who Luke is. But barbershop in South Carolina with Uncle Luke.
And limitless optimism. Even though she was the granddaughter of slaves, limitless optimism. And it was about a month ago now, we were at the NAACP in Charleston's Freedom Fund. And I was telling them that even though my grandmother would not have probably imagined or thought of that I would be on the stage with the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris, she wouldn't be surprised because she had limitless optimism. We found out that Barack Obama was our president. I was at the gas station across the street from CSU. And when I found out, I heard it over the radio, and I just cried in the car. Because, that whole idea of limitless optimism. It changed like what I thought of myself, what I could be. That glass ceiling that we all, as men, especially black men, face all the time. It was shattered. I want my daughter must, all of our daughters must, all of our sisters, my mom, all of us. We must have that same thing for the black women in our life. We, as black men, owe it. It's our obligation, in my opinion, to support Senator Harris, 100%. And I called, as soon as I found out, the next day I went to church first on Sunday. The next call I made was to Senator Harris and say, I will support you. Let me tell you what she did. She won't even talk about this, but within a week of me making that decision, she wrote a handwritten letter or handwritten note on her children's book about heroes to my daughter, and got it to me within a week. And she's running for president, not governor of South Carolina. She hears a lot. I think so highly of you and the work that you're doing. I will do everything I can. I took Luke around my city yesterday, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that you will be our president. My daughter deserves that.
Don't make me cry over
Here we at barbershop.
This is where we hang out at. We have all kind of conversations.
I know that. Only truth gets spoken in the barbershop.
What do you think about that?
We talk about a lot of the stuff she was doing like that about year and a half ago when she was doing stuff like that, and she stayed on the campuses of HBCUs, and not only HBCUs, she was going to all types of colleges and dealing with the young people. She been amongst her people for the longest time. And motherfuckers didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
They act like they still don't know. She been doing shit like that for the longest time, and she been accessible. She been there. She been doing it, and you got these motherfuckers out here like Stephen A. Charlemagne. At one point, he seen it has to change his tune, and they act like they don't know, and then they just want to keep on acting like she been tearing down the black community, and she been out in the black community. Motherfuckers just ain't been paying attention.
That's my point. Like, I think,
what if I told you that?
Whether you know it or not, her going out talking about abortion rights and doing cooking shows, all this stuff under the radar really put her in position to be what she at now, even though it wasn't a plan. You feel what I'm saying? It was like she was doing a minor campaign running herself behind the scenes. You feel me?
What the fuck is he talking about?
It's hard to explain though. You know what I'm saying? It's like she was doing a lot behind the scenes and shit. That it was almost like she was campaigning, a shadow campaign for rights, women rights, and stuff like that. And she was doing a lot of shit on the internet.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. She was doing what Biden sent her out to do. Biden put her out as the face of abortion rights. And who she had to deal with? She had to deal with not just black women, even though black, abortion affects a lot of black women, but she had to deal with white women and younger women, especially younger women. So she was out amongst that constituency. She was out amongst. They was giving the money to the HBCUs. So she was out among that constituency. So they were seeing her. They know her. Shit. What else she was doing? Colleges in general. They see her. They know her. They talk to her. So that's why, if you think back on it, it should be no surprise that when Biden dropped out and said, nah, I endorse her, it shouldn't be no surprise that especially the younger people and the people in 18 to 35 got behind her so quick, and it was a groundswell, and you couldn't stop it because she was already in the midst of doing her job. Basically, she was doing her job and was setting up for 2028. But what so happened is it just happened this year.
Exactly. There's one more. There's two more joints I want to touch on. This one right here is real. I like, damn, she did so much shit. I ain't know she did all these things, but it's like everybody on YouTube that's black, she was on that shit. But this is one.
Welcome, you guys. Are you ready to start? Okay, go.
So I may not always be fast to take my parents' advice, but what is the best advice your parents have given you that perhaps you can share with us today?
You know, one of the most important pieces of advice that I can offer you guys, and I want you to really remember this: never let anybody tell you who you are. You tell them who you are. Never let anybody suggest to you that you are what they think you should be. You tell them who you are and who you know you are and what you intend to be. Got that?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Again, every time I look at this shit, it's just like that person can actually be president. That person right there, that person, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just never had a person like this ever. It's just different. She's different. You feel me? It's just like, you gotta give her credit that she ready for this moment, and they put her in a position that, I don't know. We're gonna see in a minute if she really ready, but
what did I say on the last podcast?
We're gonna definitely see in a minute.
She was the vice president too, and she learned from the master. It is nobody in politics. It is nobody. It might be somebody as good as, but it's nobody in politics better. Not in domestic policy, not on foreign policy, not on just being a man of the people than Joe Biden. And she learned from the best. So
I appreciate everybody tuning tonight for sure, man. We be here each and every Tuesday and Friday nights, and we're gonna start sliding in just like tonight and surprise your asses. You know what I'm saying? One more before we get out of there. This is another joint with Jennifer Hudson right here. And there's a little boy on here interviewing a little kid.
the vice president of the United States is kind of a big deal. So yeah. Okay. So first things first, let's clear something up. So you were born in Oakland, California, right?
Yes, I was.
But if I understand correctly, you're a San Francisco 49ers fan, right?
Correct.
So did it matter one way or another when my Raiders moved to Las Vegas?
It did.
Because it was a pretty big deal for me. It changed my life. So.
Kind of changed my life too.
With the Super Bowl on Sunday, we all thought it would be the perfect.
That's funny. I think at this point, man, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, man. If she can be president, that would be so crazy, bro. It's like, I don't know. It'll be crazy, bro. Like looking at stuff like that is like, I don't know. Like that white girl in that kitchen with her, she'd never think she'd actually be president. You know what I'm saying? She ain't cooking with her some damn cookies. You know what I'm saying? Laughing and shit. You feel me? She probably never. The people that was in Howard University with her, they sitting around now looking like, holy shit. I remember her. There's no way in the hell I thought president. You feel me?
Yes.
It's just crazy, bro. Y'all gonna say we got here though?
Yeah. I'm about to sit here and look at something. I'm scrolling through some shit, and it's like Fox News is in an alternate universe. I'm looking at something. I'm looking at all these people everywhere talking about Trump deranged actions and all the wild shit he's saying and doing and these meltdowns he's having. Then I'm looking at this shit Sean Hannity put out talking about the Democratic Party has never been more divided. What the fuck are you talking about? 25 days, Kamala Harris has not held a press conference since emerging as presumptive Democratic nominee. Okay.
Hold on, I forgot about that. Let's talk about this press conference shit. Because Stephen A went on an hour rant this morning about that bullshit. I don't know if he's seen that shit yet.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Now again, 3 weeks and 2 days she been not even that long, the actual nominee. She was a presumptive nominee. She been an actual nominee for about a week. Look, and everybody want her to motherfucking do all types of interviews. Well, she got to get a campaign to get. She had to get a vice president. She got to figure out her strategy. She got to write some motherfucking speeches. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people when they think everything revolves around them? And the thing that Trump and their campaign want done here is they have nothing, right? They don't have nothing to get her on. They've been trying everything and don't work. And the only thing they know will work is let reporters try some shit. Then if a reporter get her stuck up on something, then they got something. You feel me? That's their last gas. To me, she don't need to do no fucking interviews. Fuck interviews. Be honest with you.
The interview thing is this.
This bitch do no interviews we ain't had. He don't do no debates we ain't had. He just flow through. Do the same thing. I don't give a fuck.
This is the deal where the interviews come from. Everybody want the interview, and everybody want to talk to her because everybody want to try to catch her into something.
You know what I'm saying?
They want to catch her on they want to try to catch her on a policy or a policy change or flip. She's not dumb. I wouldn't do it right. I wouldn't do an interview till at the earliest. I might pop up on a Sunday talk show this week, or I'll do an interview during the week during the convention. You don't even
do it by myself. I had with my vice president. Man, fuck y'all.
She don't even have a platform yet. The platform she was running on was Joe Biden's platform.
Was Joe Biden? Y'all didn't give her a chance to get her shit together, bro.
Right? Do they understand that they got to change? They changing everything at the convention to tailor make it to her. She cannot come out, and she'd be stupid to come out and say this, that, and the third without getting the platform down and everybody on the same page. Because come next Friday, a week from tomorrow, after that convention over, all of her and all and the big guns is going to start coming out, especially after the holiday. The big guns are coming out. And that's when your Obamas is coming out, Barack and Michelle. You're gonna have the Clintons. You're gonna have Biden. You got to have all of these people on the same page. And plus, what they want in the interview is for her to find some kind of policy differences between her and Joe Biden. But
What a nice blazer. Thank you.
They looking for some conflict and some shit, some clickbait, some shit they can put out there. Oh, well, she said, because they already tried it. Well, how is you different on the border? How is she different in Gaza than Biden? Okay. When she came out and said the same thing that he said, they had to shut the fuck up about it. They didn't ask her no more.
I don't know about that Gaza joint is real tricky, man, because it's like they don't have no, like, it's like these motherfuckers, it's no win for them, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I seen a lady come on the other day, the girls that was shouting in the audience or some shit, but she said she wasn't there. She said she was part of the uncommitted or some shit. And I'm like, at some point, are y'all gonna listen to people or just whatever y'all want and shit? Like, I don't be understanding that shit. It's like, it's not what is it? I want somebody to come on this joint that's so irate about this shit and explain it to me, bro. Like, you ready to risk your whole country on some 2025 shit, project shit, talking about some shit over in motherfucking the Gaza Strip? You'll just say, I ain't voting just because of Gaza Strip. Like, what? But you gonna still live on American soil? What the fuck are you gonna be still doing here? Like, what the fuck?
This is the shit. This is the shit I'm talking about with Fox News and these motherfucking cult members they got watching Fox News, that they can put shit out like this. They had an MRC poll, a survey of 1,200 registered Democrats and independent Biden voters. All right, they asked them these questions. Harris would consider allowing death row inmates to vote. 14% was aware, 86% unaware. Ain't nobody saying nothing about death row inmates. If you on motherfucking death row, you ain't never getting the fuck out and you ain't thinking about voting. Harris supported the elimination of private health insurance.
Where's that at?
I don't know where this was at. This some shit Hannity put out. 19% aware, 81% unaware. Harris promoted a fund to bail out violent protesters during the 2020 riots. 22% aware, 78% unaware. Because y'all, I want y'all getting this shit. Harris supported abolishing ICE. 23% aware, 77% unaware. Harris was named the most liberal U.S. senator in 2019. 25% aware. Okay, so y'all saying she more liberal than Bernie and AOC? You must be crazy. Harris said Harris said it should not be considered a crime to enter the U.S. illegally. 26% aware.
You say that? What?
Harris co-sponsored the Green New Deal. 27% aware, 73% unaware. Harris never visited a conflict zone on the border as border czar. She was never border czar. 28% aware.
There's no such thing.
This some shit made the fuck up. It got to something is made.
There's no such thing as border
funding for the police. 29% aware and 71% unaware. Harris supported reparation payments to atone for slavery.
What is this at?
29% unaware, 71%.
Where you seeing this at?
I'm looking at I'm on YouTube. I'm looking at a Sean Hannity clip from tonight. He just put this up a half hour ago. Under this shit talking about the Democratic Party has never been more divided. So he trying to say that she got all these positions that less than 30% on all of Democrat and independent voters, Biden voters know about. for all these people is unaware that she took these positions. And this shit nobody never heard of. They just make this is the problem. This is the problem with people who watch Fox News, Newsmax, and channels like that, because they don't watch nothing else, so they'll push this bullshit out there like that. They'll listen to it and think it's the truth. Ain't nobody saying nothing about allowing death row. It's not a motherfucker on death row thinking about voting for nobody.
She did say she with reparations. She did say that.
Yeah.
She did say
so did a lot of people.
She did want to help the people that got locked up, protesters, out of jail. Well, she sent some money to the PAC that was paying for them to get out. Put it like that.
Because it was
that protest was locked up for no fucking reason.
It was something about a dude that was locked up for no reason.
This shit was stupid.
So that wasn't
yeah, but they spent it the way they want.
Yeah, but I was about to say they spent it a different way. It was about one person, and then they tried to put it like she tried from
yeah, that's what they do.
A fund to bail out all violent protests.
Yeah, they do that. They do that.
That was bullshit.
They make you have to explain something. You see what I'm saying? Where they stretch the truth out.
Yeah.
Then you have to explain it.
Yeah. And see, they could put up a chart like that, and the motherfuckers that watch their channel and only their channel gonna look at that shit and say, oh, she wanted to bail out the violent protesters during the George Floyd riots.
White man sitting there like, oh, she down for reparations? Oh, hell, she real liberal.
Yeah.
Now you see what I'm saying? That's what that's about.
Yeah. And see, you can see, come on, you can see the motherfucker.
No, bro. She did say she was for reparations.
Yeah. It should not
And
be.
you can't never find Obama talking about he for reparations. I don't give a fuck how far you go back. She literally said that a few times. She said for some form of reparations.
Hold on, what the fuck? I got to go back.
So she did. She did say she down for reparations, though. Some form. Which is me too. Like, I'm not for reparations, right? I'm not for like cutting checks for everybody that say they black. Like, to me, that'd be counterproductive, because half of those families, you be sending money to white families, white people sometimes, like the white parents and shit like that. Like, that defeat the purpose. To me, it's more institutional, like $16 billion for black colleges, shit like that, or job training, make it easy for black and minorities to just have job training and shit like that. Put money into shit like that, like, or motherfuckers locked up, they have put money into giving them an easier path to come from jail to getting jobs. You know what I'm saying? Put money into that, not handing motherfuckers some money. And if that's reparations, fuck that. I ain't with that either. So when you say some forms of reparation, I'm with that too. But when you just say reparations, everybody get a check, fuck that. Now you bullshit. Now
really,
you
these motherfuckers really something else. Sean Hannity really something else. He need his ass.
Hannity always been trash. It's funny because Hannity always, when he first started off, he's more of a consumer advocate. He was more of a motherfucker going after people that was trying to fuck people and businesses and shit. And he just turned into, I don't know what the fuck he is now.
Hannity and Combs and shit.
Huh?
Then he had Hannity and Combs got on my fucking nerves. Joe weak ass.
O'Reilly was like that too. They was beating up consumers that was cheap, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
they got
somewhere they switched to I don't know what the fuck happened to them too, bro. They switched over to full blown. First was Tea Party and then MAGA now. Like, they just went left, right? You know what I'm saying? They just went all the way to the right. But yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man. Y'all know we be here each and every Tuesday and Friday nights, and we're gonna sneak in nights like this. You know what I'm saying? And see and touch the pulse, feel the pulse. Hey, our analysis is up there with y'all motherfuckers on MSNBC and them. Y'all cannot analyze this shit better than us. You know, we'll definitely be here tomorrow night in the pit for sure. This is, you know what I'm saying? But we got the motherfucking convention coming up Monday. Anybody don't know? The vice president convention is next week. Her shit starts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. She on that thing with Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how's your boys? You know, Friday night. You know what I'm saying? But until then, it got to be politics. It got to be politics, baby. And don't be a MAGA. And don't be a coon. Try to avoid those.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood.